Hello, I'm Deacon Alex Kramer from Holy Trinity Catholic Church here in Des Moines, and I'll be ordained a priest on June 24th, this Friday. So a little bit about my vocation story and how I came to discern this call. I grew up here, of course, at Holy Trinity, went to school here, and it was with my family that I really kind of had this first desire to become a priest. From the time I was about 4 or 5 years old, I remember sitting just up front in the first few pews each Sunday with my grandparents, with my parents and my brother, going to Mass just faithfully every Sunday, every holy day. Nothing too extravagant. And it was just after going to Mass and really kind of learning more about the Mass that I really wanted to be a priest. Another kind of pivotal moment in my vocation story, though, was when I was in first grade or second grade, somewhere around there. I watched a documentary on St. John Paul II on his visit to Iowa. And I remember asking my dad, who's that guy in white? And he said, "Oh, that's the Pope." And I said, "Who's the Pope?" He said, "He's the head of the Catholic Church." And of course, John Paul II being a very magnanimous man, I immediately wanted to be just like him. And so as a little kid, of course, the way I respond to that, how do you want to be just like him? By saying you want to be the Pope when you grow up. And so for the next about 10 years of my life, if anyone ever asked me what I wanted to do when I grew up, I would say I want to be the Pope. Eventually, going along through elementary school and into grade school and high school, with the help of my various pastors, Monsignor Chido, Father Michael Amadeo, and then the chaplain at Dowling at that time, Father Zach Kautsky, kind of helping to discern that, okay, I wasn't called to be the Roman Pontiff, which, good, and I do not want that job, to be honest, and God bless Pope Francis for taking that on. But that I was called to be a priest, and this was manifested very clearly in my life by the opportunity of being able to serve at Mass. From the time I was in 4th grade till 8th grade here at Holy Trinity, I was able to serve daily Mass just about every single day. It meant I got to miss the first 5 minutes of school, which is great, but really just being close to the Eucharist, being able to participate in the Mass in a way which was new to me was a great gift. And then as I kind of grew out of being an altar server, Father Amadeo at the time, my pastor, allowed me to become a master of ceremonies. And so while I was in high school, I would help out with organizing the Sunday liturgies, help ensure that everything ran smoothly, and even help with some of the holiest days of the year, the Triduum, the Easter Vigil especially. And through this, just a great opportunity to ever grow deeper in my faith and deeper in love of the priesthood. This all manifested itself finally in the end of my junior year, going into my senior year, when I'd known for many years that I really just wanted to be a priest. Talked to the vocation director at the time, Father Joe Pins, and he said, "Great, here's the application, and I would encourage you to go to the priesthood ordination that's happening here in a few weeks." And so I did, and at that ordination, amongst several of the men ordained, Father Ross Parker, our current vocations director, was ordained. And seeing that really just confirmed my desire to be a priest, and so I signed up, and since then I was admitted to the seminary, went to St. John Vianney College Seminary for 4 years, really growing in great brotherhood of the men there, growing in greater love of the Lord through daily prayer, through daily attendance of the Mass. And then after the 4 years there, getting my undergraduate degree, Bishop Hates at the time asked me to go to Rome to be at the Pontifical North American College and to study with the Jesuits at the Pontifical Gregorian University. And I've been there ever since these last 4 years. And great opportunities have presented themselves there. First and foremost, getting to know kind of a wider swath of seminarians, not just the seminarians from the Midwest, as I got to know when I was in college seminary up in St. Paul, Minnesota, but also seminarians from Alaska, from New York, to Alabama, to California, everywhere throughout the country, and even in Australia. And so giving a greater sense of the Church in the United States, but especially attending university where I do, we have 6 of the continents represented in the classroom. And so really getting to know the Church in Africa, getting to know the Church in Asia, getting to know the Church in the United States, and back down in South America as well, has been a great opportunity the last few years. One of the greatest opportunities I had was as a deacon. After being ordained a deacon this past fall at St. Peter's in Rome by Cardinal Gregory, I had the opportunity to serve as deacon for the Holy Father on Easter Sunday this past Easter. And what a great opportunity that was to be able to be there to really carry out the main role of the deacon, which is to serve as a servant and assisting the Holy Father, not very many big or ostentatious ways, but just assist the Holy Father at the Sunday celebration of Easter Sunday. And so yeah, I've very much look forward to my priesthood ordination this upcoming Friday, and I'm grateful for all the support that I've received from my family, from my friends, from the Knights of Columbus, from Holy Trinity, for all the various different parishes where I've been stationed these last 8 years. It's hard to believe these 8 years have come and gone so quickly. I look forward to spending the rest of my life as a priest in the Diocese of Des Moines.